what's going on? What's happening? I'm the black sheep of the family. Mm-hmm. Rightfully so, though. You know? I'm the troublemaker. I'm the one that has his own mind. I'm the one that, I don't care who you are. Seniority don't mean anything to me. It could be my grandmother, great-grandmother, grandfather, great-grandfather. If you're right, you're right. You're wrong, you're wrong. And if you're wrong, I'm going to G-check you. I'm going to put you in your place. And it's just that plain and simple. And this is the reason why, you know, when they have family reunions and Christmases and Thanksgivings and all of that stuff, either I'm not invited or I just don't show up. Because I don't want to get into any, you know, unnecessary beefs with my family. I don't. Because, see, they're happy doing, what is it, the breaststroke? I think that's backwards. The breaststroke, you know what I'm saying, in a pool of ignorance. Backstroke, I think that's what it's called. Straight up. I decided not to take that route. I decided to take destiny into my own hands. And it's just that plain and simple. And I don't mean no disrespect towards my family. It is what it is. They know that. They know the type of person I am. What you see is what you get. I'm not that much different on camera than off. Real talk. See, a lot of my family members are religious. And I decided not to take that route. You know, but as, you know, black families do all the time, is they follow what their parents did. You know what I'm saying? So they'll say something like this, you know, my great-grandmother was a Christian, my grandmother was a Christian, my mom was a Christian, so therefore I'm a Christian. While throughout all these generations, they never questioned their religion, neither their God. No matter how ludicrous it sounds. Straight up. See, I was the type of person to question God. I was the type of person to ask questions at church. I didn't understand why we had to sit there and listen to a preacher day in and day out. Preach the same sermon. Every Easter he preaches the same sermon. Every 4th of July, every Thanksgiving, every Christmas. Wasn't that type of person. And that's real talk. Especially when I started to find out the truth. And this is, well, oftentimes preachers, reverends don't preach or teach in the church. They stick to the script. Some of my family members, or quite a few of my family members, are cool with that. Because it's just the truth. They don't want to be responsible for their own lives. They're rather for a mysterious, spooky ghost or God to take care of their responsibilities. And I wasn't trying to wait on no God. I wanted to make things happen right now. If there's a heaven, I want my heaven to be here right now. Because to me, it's a scam. Let me get this right. I gotta wait as a black person. I gotta wait. I gotta bust my ass throughout all my life. And then after I die, I go to heaven. While I'm seeing non-blacks having heaven on earth right now. As I'm busting my ass. As I'm going through hell right now on this planet. There are some non-blacks, quite a lot of non-blacks, that are enjoying heaven right now. So yeah, man, it is what it is. I don't have no problem with being a black sheep. I don't have no problem being ostracized. I don't mind some of the family members to tell other family members to stay away from people such as myself. I don't mind that. I really don't. I'd rather be on my own path and be called all types of names than go with the norm. See, my family members, man, a lot of them worked a 9 to 5. They retired. You know what I'm saying? They put in all that work. They invested their time in someone else's dreams. See, that's not me. I'd rather gamble on myself, and if I fall, I'm going to get back up. And I fall again, I'm going to get back up. But I know I invested in myself, and I gave myself 110% of a chance, of an opportunity to make things happen. And yeah, true indeed, man. True indeed. It's a hard journey. It really is. It's a hard journey being a black sheep. Because, see, if you go against the norm, nobody wants to help you. Had I did things the quote-unquote right way, the way that my family intended for me to, do the right thing, so to speak, they would have helped me till this day. But being that I went the exact opposite, I received no help. And you would think, being that I'm a black man, being that I have children, and I decided to grow up and be a man and a father to my children, you would think that they will rally behind that. But see, when they talk to their friends and associates, they can't brag about me. They can't say, well, you know what, my son or my nephew or my grandson, went to this Ivy League college, graduated, got a job, and he's working for a big time corporation. They can't say that. The story that they would have to tell is the truth. And they don't like that story. They don't like telling that type of story because that's nothing that they could brag. That's not anything that they could brag about. My son, my grandson, my nephew, you know what I'm saying? Wrote a couple books. He's out there trying to make it happen. He's an entrepreneur, a personal trainer, a vegan chef, a motivational speaker. See, that don't sound like secure jobs. You understand that? That doesn't sound like stability. Yeah, I got a family that's caught up in materialistic things, as well as they're caught up in how people perceive them. Straight up. They got an image to uphold. That's the reason why I don't fuck with a lot of my family members. Straight up. Because you're supposed to accept me for who and what I am, regardless. You're supposed to love me. But that's not the case. And then they also have their what? Favorites. The ones that did what they wanted them to do. See, I ain't gonna live like that. Mama told me she wanted me to be this, that, and so forth. That's what you want me to be. It's not what I'm gonna be. But the ones that listened is the ones that get the rewards. They get money, they get support and all the rest of that shit. I put out my first book, ain't nobody really supported. Second book, nobody really supported it. But if I worked for the city, you know what I'm saying? Couple years in, everybody would be motherfucking sitting there talking about, such, he worked for the city, he getting paid, this and that, so I'll get all types of support. When you need me to watch kids? You need me to pick them up from school? Because I know you working. See, they like seeing the face of a hard worker. Real shit. I ain't one of them, man. Because I don't work harder. I work smarter. And this is what's so crazy, that this shit still goes on in your traditional black families. Till it's ridiculous. Straight up. I call these black families Negropean families. They want us to be like Europeans. And this is the reason why I embraced, you know what I'm saying, the title of being called the black sheep of the family. Because literally that's what I am. I love my race. I love what it is to be black. Straight up. You see, this don't sound too right with them. You know what I mean? Like dropping out of high school, having knowledge of self, going to college, eventually getting my high school diploma, but going to college and dropping out of that. Because what was taught in the textbooks was I wasn't nothing but a slave. What was most important to me at one point in time is trying to have some type of self-identity. Knowing who I am and what was my life's purpose. That was what once was most important to me. Now that I find my true purpose and know who and what I am, I can live a life that's complete. I can raise my children the right way. I can love myself. I can put my head up in the air and know that I no longer suffer from low self-esteem. See, it's so crazy that a lot of these black families out here don't even realize that they treat and teach. They treat their family members like the slave masters treated the slave. They teach their family members the same type of negative thoughts, the Willie Lynch letters. The same way the slave master taught his slaves. There's colorism inside black families. There's classism inside black families. There's hate, and I've seen it within my own family. I've seen it in their eyes. That's real talk. So family nowadays are the ones that you create. Family nowadays, to be real with you, your friends are more of a family to you than your own flesh and blood. That's real talk. I know if I pick up that phone and call Pretty Ricky, he'll come to my aid faster than my own family member will. And that's a shame. That's a shame. And it's crazy, you know, you try to settle your differences with your family and they never get solved. They never get settled. It's as if they love the drama. They embrace it. And it's crazy to me, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I've tried quite a few times to bring us all together. Excuse me, I got a big family on both sides. And I can tell you, I only associate myself with a handful of them. You know what I'm saying? It's best to stay away from people that don't have your best interests. I've been talked about, I've been shitted on, all the above. And I've done some things myself. Hey, listen, I'm not a saint. You know what I'm saying? I've done some things that I regret. I'm not perfect. I'm not here to say that I'm perfect. But at the same time, I'm willing to accept my family members for who and what they are, regardless of how much money they have in the bank, regardless of what they do as a career, regardless of what car they drive, what kind of clothes they wear, regardless of what skin color they are. I'll accept you. I'll love you for who and what you are, but I ain't gonna put up with your shit. That I'm not gonna do. And oftentimes when a person says, watch it, when these family members say this, blood is thicker than water. In reality, what they're trying to tell you is, regardless of what I do, I'm your family. So put up with my shit. And that's something that I'm gonna have Zero tolerance for. Not gonna tolerate it. I'm not. And I've been called crazy for that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the Bible it speaks about honoring your mother and your father in order that thou days will be prosperous and all the rest of that. Well, see, I'm not a Christian. I'm not religious. So I don't go by that. I go by my own Bible. And my own Bible states, no matter how old you are, short or tall, what gender you are, for some of y'all motherfuckers, I'm not gonna go there, but you understand what I'm saying. Doesn't make a difference. As long as you respect me, I respect you. When you do something opposite of that, then I can't fuck with you. That plain and simple. And I'm not gonna do what you tell me to do just because you are older than me. Just because you had me. Shit don't make me no never mind. I'm a grown ass man that has his own mind as well as his own family. See, you can't pop that bullshit with me. And oftentimes when I listen to every other person, you know what I'm saying? Every black person that I come in connection with, right? They tell me some shit like, yo, man, you know, that's my mama or that's my father. Okay, and you just gonna be a do-boy for the rest of your life? I know people till this day that are being used by their parents, being used by their family, by their aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews, etc., nieces. List goes on. And they continue getting used. All because of this whole thing, and they believe in the Bible, honor your father and mother, and their days be prosperous, and blood is thicker than water, and all the rest of that old ass shit, old ass bullshit that black families have passed down from one generation to the next, to the next, to the next. I ain't gonna do it. I'm not. Not me. And whatever fate, you know, that I have to encounter, then it is what it is. I just know life is short, man. I just know that, no lie, the white man got his motherfucking, straight up, this is just real talk. He got his motherfucking foot up my ass. I'll be damned if I allow other feet to be put up my ass as well. Cause see, when you around family, that's supposed to be your safe haven. They supposed to be there. They supposed to be your support system in order to guide you through this so-called world. I say so-called artificial world that the non-blacks have created. How is it that black families have became more of an enemy than the enemy that we already got? Which is crazy to me. I have black family members tell the mother of my children, he only with you and with those children because he want to avoid paying child support. What if she would have listened to that shit? That would have broke my family apart. And then when I confront you about it, you're unapologetic about the situation. Like as if I'm supposed to take that shit. I could go on with the shit that I've been through with my family. I could at least say in the past, I don't deal with that shit anymore. And I encourage you all not to deal with it. No one should put up with anyone's bullshit, let alone their families. To a certain degree, we got to put up with the white man. We do. But when you have a choice, right? There's no reason why you should put up with that type shit if nobody Yo, let me tell you something. This is my word. You can call all my family members right now, and you can ask them. Did Langston ever call you and ask you for anything? Anything. I got mad children, only by one person. And I can tell you, if they tell you he called me all the time, or he called me this or called that, nah, they lying, they capping. So the first thing, if you do have a family member that's taking care of you, that's throwing a couple dollars your way, hey, you better drop that. Because for one, they gonna bring that shit up. Oh, that's the reason why I don't ask for shit. Because I've had family members do that. In my time of need. Just throw that shit in my face. Like, you remember when I did it in front of every fucking body. So first and foremost, in order to live a life like I live, where I ain't got to worry about a family member calling me, asking me, or telling me, yo, you got to pay me back for this or pay me that for that, or blah, 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 blah. The first thing you got to do is let motherfuckers go if they're taking care of you. And it's going to be hard. Very difficult. At least, you know what I'm saying, for a person such as yourself, if that's what they're doing, they're paying your rent, they're paying the light bill, they're paying the water bill, they're keeping your child. But I'm telling you, once you do that, man, life will be way more easier than what it is. And I know some of you all that really love your family members, right? You ask yourself, like, all the time, man, how did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where I can't fuck with you anymore? How? I do it. I'm not this man that has a steel heart inside of his chest. I do it not every day, but I do it a lot. But you gotta understand, man. It's the truth. Niggas are gonna be niggas regardless of whether they're out in the streets or related to you. And some people are just who and what they are. And you gotta say it to yourself. Yo, man, leave them people alone. Because if you continue fucking with them, you're gonna be a fool. You're gonna get burnt like you always do, as usual. I got tired getting burned. You know what I'm saying? You know how they say that, how the saying goes, 3 strikes you're out? Shit, I gave certain family members 4 strikes, 5 strikes, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore, man. If you can't respect me, that's another thing too. A lot of my family members don't respect me as a man. They have their own perception in their mind who and what a man is. If you can't respect me as a man, hey, we ain't got shit else to talk about. Nothing. You can't respect me on how I raise my children. You can't respect my dietary habits. You know what I'm saying? Being a vegetarian. I don't say shit to you. Yo, seriously, this is my word. You know how some vegetarians will sit there and chastise their family? Oh, you eating pork, oh, you this, and you need to lose weight, and this. Now, I'm not one of them. I'll encourage you. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you the truth. But for the most part, I don't question you like you've questioned me. And really don't even know what the fuck you talking about. You ask stupid, regular ass questions that everybody else always asks. Man, where you get your protein from? Well, the question, see, this is the reason why I don't fuck with my family. Because they don't like a smart ass. That's what I am. Because I'll say, okay, the same place that you get your magnesium from, your zinc, your calcium, your vitamin B12, your vitamin B6, and the list goes on. And I'm being sarcastic because that's all you ask about is protein. But guess what? Your body just doesn't need protein. It needs other essential vitamins and minerals in order to function properly. This is the reason why I don't fuck with them. Because I'll be the first to take off my motherfucking shirt and be like, does it look like I got any problems when it comes to health? Now I want you to take off yours. Let me see what you got up under that shirt. But I don't disrespect people. I don't go around disrespecting my family members, the way that they eat and their religion and all of the shit. I don't go around questioning them. I don't. That's not up to me to judge people for what they do, even if I know it's wrong. But I tell you what, you try to pop that bullshit on me, I'ma bust that ass. And I don't mean bust that ass like we gonna physically fight. Nah, I'm talking about this mouth is gonna bust that ass. I'm gonna put you in check. That's another thing. A lot of family members don't like to be wrong. And I can't stand a motherfucker like that. Even if they know they wrong, they gonna continue to spit that ignorance and that stupidity till the day that they die. To me, that's not growth. Straight up. It takes a hell of a woman and a hell of a man to admit when they wrong. That's part of the process of healing. A lot of my family members don't want to do that. And that's fine. That's fine, man. Everybody's not going to make it. And I'm cool with that. And what I mean by everybody's not gonna make it is that we're about to go through this whole reset button where things are gonna go right back to the original way of life. And the people that are selfish, the people that don't give a damn about one another, about other people, the people that's just straight up mean and cold as fuck, they're gonna be the have-nots. And the ones that are pure, that's loving and forgiving, positive, they're gonna be the ones that have. So sooner than later, things will change. And it is what it is. I'm gonna continue being the black sheep of the family. Cause if I don't, and this is real shit. Like, it's funny, but it for real, this is real shit. If I stop being a black sheep of the family and my family accepts me and embraces me and loves me, it's obvious that I'm doing something wrong. Straight up. Because what I'm doing right now is having my own mind, creating my own path. And that's right by me. I could care less about what anyone else thinks, including my own family. Real talk.